This does automatically, right?
Mm-hmm. I had all the settings on there. Says it's excellent. We have the green light.
Excellent. All right.
The green light for the stream.
That's right. Green means go.
Green means go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey ho, let's go.
Yeah, that camera's a little wonky, but it's okay.
Is that wonky? What do you mean, like off center?
It's not straight. So I could see the side of it, but
so should I move it?
No,
real
because
quick?
it's turned. Like, it looks fine on the monitor. So
yeah, like I can't tell on the screen there.
Okay. All right, here we go. And countdown. 59, 58, 59. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Living the Scream.
The
behind the scenes of the monkeys, the bunch of monkeys.
The behind the scenes of the Mummy and the Monkey. And we are horror hosts, well, no, resellers by day, horror hosts by night. I keep messing this
Need
up.
some more coffee?
No, I think I had too much coffee. I think it's made me a little jittery.
I had enough yet. Yeah.
I've got water over here because I had too much coffee.
Yeah, this is our weekly podcast to give you the updates who care to know about the Mummy and the Monkey's Hairy Scary Hangout live streaming show that we do on Friday nights at 10 p.m. on our Facebook page, and then go over to our YouTube and do a Hairy Scary Hangover where we do a little bit of a show download and have a subject or two we talk about randomly. And then we also discuss our reselling gig, what we do for a living, how we make our living, basically selling stuff, flipping stuff that we find at yard sales, estate sales, garage sales, flea markets for a profit, or in the garbage even.
Thank you for explaining.
Yeah, well, try your mouth out. See how
blah, 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 blah. Okay, so.
Oh, you look fabulous, by the way.
Oh, thank you, by the way.
I'm loving the hair.
Thank you.
You have your Chanel shirt.
Well,
it's a little fancy.
A little Chanel pin. Well, I don't know if it's real Chanel or not.
It doesn't matter. They don't. Only your hairstylist knows, right?
And that's why I haven't sold it, because it might be fake.
This is all
can't sell Chanel fakes.
It's all smoke and mirrors. Nobody. That's real. That's actual diamonds.
Well, I had some good luck with silver yesterday. Watch where you're clicking that mouse.
Oh.
I had some luck with silver yesterday, so I decided to wear silver today.
By the way, let's introduce ourselves.
And I'm Janet, also known as the Mummy.
And I'm James, also known as the Monkey, and I'm your designated drinker for this episode. So there you go. I'm just drinking coffee though right now. So no Irish coffee, just regular coffee.
We don't have any viewers at the moment, but I know people will watch the replay, and that's okay.
Are we definitely on?
It says we are on.
All right.
I see it on my phone that we are on, but it's a weird time slot.
That's right. People are working. They're at work.
It's in the morning. There's people at work and school, and that's okay. They could watch later. But I did share on social media, on YouTube and Facebook, that we would be live. Social media. Are you making fun of everything I say?
Not making fun. Just wow.
Social media. No.
Anyway, so here we go. We're going to talk about what happened the past week since we talked to you. We did one last Tuesday, right? Yeah.
Yes, we did.
That's right. We did.
Yes, and it actually stopped clicking whatever you're clicking on.
This is rolling by itself.
Well, maybe set the mouse where it's not going to roll.
All right. Tell me what to do here. Well, someone's here. Tomo is here.
Tomo is here. That's nice. Okay, so let's get down to business here.
I'm not done. I want you to chastise me some more, please.
No. So half of the podcast is where we talk about reselling. The other half is where we talk about horror movies, scary movies, and our other show, the Hairy Scary Hangout.
That's right. So let's start talking about something. We talk about reselling first.
The yard sales.
The yard sales.
Wow.
Off the hook this week for
last weekend the yard sales were crazy, and it was a surprise to us because do you want to?
Well, driving around, coming home from the store last week.
It was Saturday morning.
Yeah, Saturday morning. No, yeah,
it was Saturday morning.
Friday, when I was driving around, I noticed there was a yard sale sign that said there would be a yard sale on Saturday. So, I hit one up that Friday. I think there was one that was going on, and really didn't find much there. And then Saturday rolls around, Saturday morning, and I felt like jumping out. We did our show the night before, and I got up, and I was supposed to go to just to the post office or something. And I said, hey, I'm going to stop at one of these yard sales. Well, I know the one that I saw, but then as I was driving to that one in the morning, I noticed there was a bunch on our street, like 3 or 4 or 5 of them on our street.
And I didn't know,
And you didn't want to go.
Shame on us for not checking ahead of time. But at the time, so we hosted our Friday night show, We were already up until almost 2 in the morning.
You were out gardening.
And I thought, well, I'm going to sleep in a little bit Saturday and then maybe go do some yard work.
Yep, and you started doing that.
And I started doing that.
Are you sure you don't want to go to this yard sale? You're like, nope, I'm good. We have enough stuff.
Yeah.
The same old thing. And you didn't want to go. So I wound up going by myself. And the first one I went to, the woman had, there wasn't the one that I saw advertised. It was right next door to that one as I was driving on my way to there. And I went, and they had some jewelry and stuff, and right away I thought of Janet. I'm like, oh boy, this is why you need to go out on a whim, because you never know. And we haven't had any neighborhood yard sales in a while here. So I think last week and maybe even this week they'll probably have some. We'll have to see. We'll have to check. Do our due diligence and see what's going on. Anyway.
Well, and here's the thing. The Thursday before all this, we had a private pick where we met up with a person, I won't say who, that does estate sales and cleanouts.
Yeah.
And we were able to do a private pick in a house, and we bought like a lot of things there. We spent a good chunk.
Yeah, I spent.
So at the time, I'm thinking, I'm good. I've got a lot of stuff I could sort through.
Yeah.
I'll just do some yard work Saturday morning.
Well,
but then you go to a yard sale Saturday morning, and then you come back and report back to me.
Well, I went out, and the first one I went to, I bought something for $1 there, because the stuff that she did have, the stuff that might be anything, not my wheelhouse, more Janet stuff.
Yeah.
I need to get more into the jewelry and things like that. I would probably just wind up buying it all and then went through it all, which isn't really a smart idea. So I said, well, I told the woman, I'm going to go home and let my wife know that, that this is going on. Anyway, so I finally went to the sale that I was intending to go to. And this woman, the woman running the sale had all this stuff. There was nobody there. I couldn't believe it. And she had all this stuff out. I'm like, where? I said, are you just setting up? She goes, yeah. She goes, you're my first customer. I'm like, no kidding. Wow. It was 9 o'clock. I said, I thought I was going to be late.
9 o'clock and no one else was there?
No, and
usually when you would go to these, and let's say a sale starts at 9, you would have the early morning looky-loos at 8:30.
Oh my God, an hour
and we'd
before.
be one of those early morning
people. An hour
people.
before.
Yeah,
maybe
we'd be
earlier.
there. Yeah, trying to get there first.
Yeah. So now, I mean, to be transparent here, or whatever, she had a lot of big signs. I saw 3 or 4 of them on my ride home the day before.
Yeah.
So it was well advertised. It wasn't like nobody knew about it.
So she did have signs everywhere.
Oh my God, everywhere.
Yeah.
So I thought, like I'm saying, I thought I'd be super late. Anyway, she's just putting stuff out. She had bags of stuff like all lotted up.
Wow.
I was like, oh yeah, here we go. So, and I noticed she had some decent stuff. For example, she had a bag full of Austin Powers carded, figures, and she wanted $5 for all of them. Now, they don't go for a ton, but if they got if they can get like 15 to 20 bucks a piece for them, so it was like 5 figures in here, so it might be like $100 in that bag.
It's just nice to find stuff like that new in the pack.
Yeah, not open, right? So
new on the card.
So I started making this pile, and then on her table she had, and this was funny because we didn't know until I got home, but she had this on her table, right? A GoPro for $10. Now, the weird thing about GoPros is, for whatever reason, it doesn't say on the box what it is. I just put it in a pile, right? $10, how bad could it be? Even if it's, I bought this for my kid, they didn't use it. I didn't know it was a GoPro 7 until we got home and you looked at it.
It's a GoPro 7 white. And what's funny is 2 weeks before, we just plunked down a chunk of money on 2 new GoPro 7s.
Yeah.
And the GoPro 7, they're like $199 each. You paid $10 for this GoPro.
$10. I mean, how could I not? Great backup.
Now we have a backup camera. Multiple. A backup GoPro. Only $10.
I mean,
that's incredible.
That's why you got to get these places early and first, because this would have all flown off.
Well, you were just having a fun
and I bought it all.
Treasure hunting moment there.
I spent $50.
He was in the moment.
I only spent $50. But here's the best thing I got was this box here. It says...
Do you need help?
No, I got it. Well, that's debatable. It says...
Mental help I can't
$20 everything in this box, right?
Yeah.
This is exactly what was in this box. I know it's not amazing, cool, but it is good.
Those are all new.
These are all new in the box. American Girl. Unopened.
Mega Blocks? That's new. Brand new.
Yeah, the Mega Blocks. These two are, I listed all these already. These are probably 40 to 50 bucks a piece.
Yeah, I mean, some of these play sets are expensive.
Yeah, this Lego Friends one, the solds on eBay are about $200. And this weird discontinued Elves logo.
Lego elves.
About 150.
It's like an elf playset, like a Lego playset.
I priced mine a little lower. Hopefully someone will buy them. But
you might have to sit on those until like fall, like Christmas time.
Yeah. So this is like about $300.
Those would make great gifts for someone's kiddo.
Yeah, about actually $400. So not bad for a $20 investment.
Yeah, that's definitely a very good investment, and it's also good that you listed them right away.
Yeah, well, that
you didn't let them sit.
I've got plenty more, but no, I was excited because they're new in the box, and that stuff usually sells faster. But
yeah.
but I spent $50. I bet that the GoPro for $10, and then $30 on other stuff, some Weekly World News and National Enquirer magazines.
Oh yeah, those are fun
like
to look through. The old Weekly World News magazines, the old tabloid papers.
So I had a fun time, and I went back, and that's what that was the bait to get you to go out, because I got home. I'm like, look at this stuff.
He's like, look at all this stuff. You gotta go with me. You gotta go to the sales. I'm like.
It took a minute to get.
I'm like, okay, fine, just for a little bit, but I don't want to be out all day.
And what happened when I took you back to that place?
And then I found 10-karat gold jewelry and sterling silver jewelry and some stuff for myself. I was happy, and it didn't cost a lot. Like everything was cheap.
Yeah, this got me excited. It's been a while since I've been excited about doing like some sale. I've been to the flea market a few times since the summer. Sprung, and then we went to that private pick. Yeah. But this was like because.
So do you think yard sales are the best so far that you have found?
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
I
believe it.
DVDs and Blu-rays. You're like, how much is this? They're 50 cents a piece. I'm like, and they're sealed and stuff like okay, like this is crazy. I mean, this would be $3 at the thrift store, a regular DVD or a Blu-ray, $3 or $4.
Yeah.
Sealed or not, doesn't matter. They just price them all the same. But I love it, and God love everyone out there that where a quarter and 50 cents can still go a long way.
It still has some value. My theory on that is they're just pricing it low to get it out because they don't care. They just want to declutter.
It's
in their mind, it's just junk, and they want to get rid of it.
They're paying you to take it away.
But in other people's minds, we see the value in it for keeps, to re-gift to people, or to resell.
Yeah. Now, we did stumble upon the one, it got to the point where we definitely found cool stuff in the beginning, and then it wound down. And we would stop at some we saw, we went around the neighborhood and found more. And then there was the one, the women thought that they had, they were Antiques Roadshow. So we're like, oh, here we go with this.
So, some yard sale people, they'll price it like it's Antiques Roadshow, or they...
it's nothing that anybody really wants anyway, but I mean, that we would want.
Because they see a value in it, and it might have that kind of value. I just don't want to pay the retail prices.
They're doing us, and we don't...
It's just not my thing, and if you're shopping for yourself and you find that one thing, and maybe you don't mind paying a little more because it's like something you've been looking for. That's totally okay. I get it.
And that exists. I mean, if there was something that we wanted for ourselves, and the price is right, of course. But when you're looking for stuff to flip, I mean, we're doing a little bit of both when we go out. So
yeah. So sometimes, we'll find some things for us, and sometimes. So when people ask it for resellers, I honestly say, some stuff I keep, some stuff I sell. Yeah. I think that's a simple way to answer.
I look at them and say, what's it to you? None your business. No. I say the same thing. I say, sometimes.
A little niceness can go a long way.
I mean, and truth is there's nothing to stop them from doing the same thing. That's another. So I don't even know why people ask that. In other words, like, would they not sell to you?
Some people get weird, like if.
Well, then why are you selling it?
Yeah, but then some people are like, "Oh, you sell online? I might have some other stuff you'd be interested in. Maybe if some people know
kids or something. You're not going to sell these kids yet. No, this is stuff.
Some people, like, if they know you're a reseller, then they think about the gears start turning. Then they're like, well, what else do I have I could get rid of?
You have to imagine that probably.
Sometimes it could be a positive thing.
It's got to be like over 50% of people that go yard sailing and flea markets are doing that, or flipping.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there are. We saw a lady just shopping for her family. Some people really are just looking for a bargain. They're on a budget. They want to buy stuff for their family, for their house. So let's take a minute to read comments, and then we'll get back into discussing.
Someone thinks you have a cute haircut. Uncle Jess.
Oh, thank you, Uncle Jess.
Yes. And then Matthew Dropco says, I started watching some of the flea market video individual residential sales are usually better and better prices. So we knew a guy who does pretty well at the resale game, and he doesn't really go to the yard sale stuff because he says he finds nothing there, and he's kind of right.
We spoke with someone who will only go to thrift stores. They don't like the iffiness of going to a yard sale.
But those guys that guys or gals that do this that say they like that, it's because they probably know someone at the thrift store. And we know they do.
I have seen some resellers kind of camp out there. They know the employees by name. They know their manager.
They hawk the stuff that's sitting in the wings that's getting ready to go out. That's smart too. That's like being an early bird.
Yeah, I saw one purse reseller.
Oh my God.
Was waiting for more stuff to come out, and he pretty much grabbed everything and put it in his cart.
Let me tell you what really happened.
And I saw that, and I'm just like, oh.
Let me tell you what really happened. I saw that happen.
Because I wanted to look through those purses.
So here's what happened. Here's what was weird.
Yeah.
Is that whoever this guy was, he definitely has a relationship with one of the people that worked there. Because what happened was, where the toys are in this thrift store, the back room was right there. They wheeled the cart right in front of the toys and stopped it. He looked through he cherry picked all those purses before they wheeled it over to the purse section.
And I go to you, I'm like, well, I guess I won't find purses today.
And he was still picking on the rack. They gave him about 2 or 3 minutes to pick at it, and then they moved it. But that's because he knew someone, and they said, okay, they parked it in front of the toys.
Well, and for the employee, they're probably thinking, well, it's less stuff for me to have to put away.
Well, they're being...
Sure, I'll put that out and you can shop it.
You're going to buy it anyway. I mean, that's fine. If you can... look, all is fair, right? In love and war and
I mean, that is fair, because technically if they're putting out on the floor and that customer is there first, they can shop it.
Yeah, I mean, if we can we should...
Shame on me for not doing that.
No, there's nothing to stop you. I mean, we just have to get there and be there before that person's there and make that claim.
But we saw that and it was like, darn it.
That's what I say. It's all fair.
That's the way it is.
Okay, what else? Which Matthew Dropko also says, what shocked me was learning how much vintage costume jewelry goes for. That's you. I always look for vintage 60s, 70s automatic or winding watching.
Yes, so Matthew Dropko. Some watches I look for too. I'm not knowledgeable with every watch, but certain brands, and if it has certain markings, and I have a handful of wind-up watches, ladies' wind-up watches that I've picked up at
I knew I should have brought that here.
Yard sales or thrift stores, and they work. You wind them up and they still work, like 60, 70 years later. It's incredible. I have a few that I'm saving because I want a jeweler to look at them, and then I think I have a few listed on eBay. There was one that I found that I believe was Bulova, and it was 10 karat white gold, and it has little diamond accents. But yeah, I love that type of stuff. It's a lot of fun. And the vintage costume jewelry, what I love about it, it looks so unique, and it was made, even though it wasn't real jewelry, it wasn't fine jewelry, it was made with better quality. And they don't take up a lot of room. They're easy to ship. So I like that. You could just have a couple little plastic totes, and you could have like several hundred pieces in there, and it doesn't take up a lot of room. You know, if you're working from home or working out of a limited space, an apartment or something. So that's what's nice about selling the smaller stuff, in my opinion.
Hey, Janet, you have a special guest.
I do?
Yes, you have a celebrity guest coming on.
Oh, who's the guest? Where'd James go? Oh.
Would you mind introducing me?
Okay, well, I guess Steve Buscemi's here.
That's right.
Wow. We have a celebrity guest here, and he's wearing our shirt.
That's right. I am a big Mummy the Monkey fan. Hello, everyone. Steve Buscemi here from Boardwalk Empire and some Tarantino movies. How have you been, Janet? Hollywood kisses.
Oh.
So, are you enjoying watching Boardwalk Empire?
I do like Boardwalk Empire.
Fabulous, fabulous.
You are weird looking, though.
Well, you know.
You're a great actor, but you're weird looking.
Well, you know, takes one to know one, sweetie. Okay, gotta go. Bye.
Okay, well, bring back James.
Woo! Hey.
Oh, well, that was fast.
Yeah, we found that at we found Steve at the...
Oh, no! What happened?
Oh, no! Steve Buscemi, nice tatas.
He grew boobies.
Anyway, a little morning fun. Boy, that coffee. Woo!
Yeah, we've had too much coffee, guys. We're all like,
Steve
woo!
Buscemi. Steve Buscemi, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So Tom O asked a question: if we ever found Aurora model kits, and
oh, okay.
Well, yes, we have. We remember. I remember the ones we sold Dino. while back though.
Yeah, I remember. I was reading some more comments, and we'll get to your comments in a little bit, guys.
But speaking of Aurora, at that house pick that we went to on Thursday,
yeah,
I don't have the model kit, but I did pick up this original Batmobile.
That is so cool.
Box. It's
it has you could probably cut that out and frame it.
Could frame
just for the artwork.
I'd say with a little Elmer's glue or some paper tape type of thing, you could probably fix this box, restore it, and have it as a display box. I do have it up on eBay on auction. Started at $1.
Be careful how you handle that, because that looks so fragile. But
it is.
So we Thursday before all those yard sales, Saturday morning, we did do a private pick, and a friend of ours is doing a house, preparing for an estate sale.
Yes.
So we were able to shop. And
yes, we have that's speaking of relationships, how about that? Because that's something we did learn from some of the other resellers that we watch on YouTube.
Well, I'm sorry, I got it mixed up. She's starting an estate sale later on, but she's also doing a clean out, and then she has a shop that we get to shop. So sometimes we get to shop the store or shop a clean out privately.
Yeah. So anyway, but this is a relationship that we sort of actually we would shop at her store before you opened your store, which was down the street from hers on the same street, opposite side.
Yeah, but we didn't really know her then.
Not like we do now.
Yeah.
And then you just cold call her, right? Didn't you just call him?
It was after we closed the store, and it was when I was looking for vintage toys. I was kind of calling around like other vendors and other people just to see if they had vintage Barbie or G.I. Joe, like vintage toys that they were willing to sell for, a good amount that they can make something on, and a good amount that I could resell for. Right. So, that's how we met this person.
But like the relationship we were talking about, like with someone that works in a thrift store, you can do the same thing with people that do reselling as well, or house cleanouts. Because 10 to 1, a lot of people that do that or do estate sales need help every now and then too.
Yeah,
because
sometimes they do.
They rarely have like a full-time employed staff. So maybe this one could work then, this one could work in a different month. And that's where you come in. I mean,
plus we've befriended at some of these flea markets. There are guys and gals who do clean outs, and they'll buy storage lockers, storage units, and they will sell. They'll of course they take what they feel is valuable first, because that's their thing, and then whatever they just want to get rid of, they'll sell at the flea market or sell to you if you make arrangements.
And depending on the haul, I mean, or what they get, I mean, there's sometimes stuff that they know it's good, but they just don't deal with it. It's not their wheelhouse. It's not something they're interested in. Yada yada yada. And the best people you can get hooked up with like that are the ones that realize there will always be stuff.
There's always going to be stuff.
They're not like, I got to have everything, and you can have the tag that fell off of this. They well, this is good stuff, and I know it, but just go through it, find it, and we'll negotiate a price. I'll leave some meat on the bone, but you get good stuff that way too.
Yeah, like a really good deal that I remember was years ago at a flea market. It must have been 3-4 years ago. There was a couple of guys doing maybe a storage locker clean out, storage unit clean out, and they had like a truckload of VHS totes.
Oh God!
A truckload of VHS.
You got to bring that up.
And they said, "Oh, if you want all of them, $20." We both looked at each other like, okay, a truckload of VHS tapes, $20. And there were a few in there that were Betamax.
There was a whole tote full of Betamax.
Some that were horror films that were harder to find, like obscure horror movies. I mean, it was just...
You can't, I mean, you could walk away from that, especially if you didn't have a way to haul it away. Yeah. Luckily, I drove but it all fit in my car.
It all fit in your car, yeah.
But it was, I mean, usually someone will try to sell you 3 tapes for $20, with stuff on it.
This was buy it all for $20. We don't want to take it back home with us.
There were
That's what that was.
Multiple totes, and then these brown rectangular boxes full of stuff that was taped off of cable and TV. But I couldn't say no, and we still got them sitting in the garage.
And no, we went through most of them.
No, but the boxed ones.
No, but we went through most of them.
Yeah,
I remember sorting through a bunch of them, and some I sold, some I donated.
Yeah, it was just too good of a deal to pass up.
Yeah, but we have made some decent sales off of that.
Yeah.
Okay, comments.
Bubba says, I wish I kept my old Transformers from the 80s. I could kick myself. Yeah, they're worth a little bit of money, Bubba. As you know, sorry.
Matthew says, people pay lots for Lego stuff. I would never believe it till I saw it.
What's that?
Matthew, the Lego stuff. People pay lots for Lego stuff.
It's insane. I mean, no one's bought this stuff yet, but I mean, that I never find that anywhere because it might be out there, but it usually gets snapped up like that.
And then Matthew says, usually there are early bird grandpas trying to get in.
Everybody. It's I mean, but I couldn't believe, I mean, as well advertised in the neighborhood, at least this sale was, that nobody was there before me. That might have been a first for me to be. Here's
a good question. And this can kind of leak over into the Mummy Monkey aspect.
Okay.
Do you guys convert the old out-of-print VHS/beta to digital to be able to broadcast?
Yes. We've done that.
Some of it we have done. Some of it we've done just to keep for our own collection, just to watch the movie. Because if it's a movie that's hard to find, some of them are still, some of them still have copyrights where we can't host them on our show.
The one I know one for sure that we showed, it was The Dead Don't
Die?
Don't Die.
No, wait.
That was off of VHS tape.
You mean the original Dead Don't?
Well, the one we did with the one we showed on our show, Dead Don't Die. With the guy that was fighting the zombie people
I'm trying
from the
to remember.
1940s, the dance hall and all that. It's called The Dead Don't Die, not the new one.
Not the new one. The new one was
not that. No, but that was one off of VHS. I know because I digitized it. We used it on the show.
Yeah, we couldn't find any info on it.
Yeah.
No new studios had it on DVD or Blu-ray. So.
Anyway, but I have a setup where I digitize VHS to DVD, not to computer. I mean, that works okay, I think. I have an old converter like that, but I think the pixelation, I don't think the quality is that good. As it is analog to DVD is the best I can do right now, and it works.
So that's
fine.
The best way to convert it,
for me,
in real time.
I don't. But there's probably other devices you can buy, and they might not even be that expensive. I just haven't looked into it.
There are some
to clean up audio and video.
I don't know about that, but there are some where you can hook it up through your computer.
So I'm saying I've used those, and they're not that good.
No, because I remember one called Roxio. I used to use for video games.
Yeah. Yep.
A long time ago.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't know if there's a way you can actually pick the resolution, but the one I have like that, it's just one and done. It's just like you plug it in and you get what you get, and it's usually kind of low resi MP4. So
another note or another thing, I said I had some good luck with silver yesterday.
Did you say hi to Captain Cleveland?
Oh, hi, Captain Cleveland.
How do?
We
do good.
And hi, John Biggins. Hi, peoples in the chat. Hi, Tomo.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hello, dudes and gals and everyone in between. So we go scavenging a lot, and past couple weeks, I have found some really nice silver pieces. Some pieces that I thought could be sterling silver, and they were.
That's why there's no werewolves around here.
Yeah, it keeps the werewolves away, silver. But I saved them. I took them to a place to scrap them, to sell them, because I had some of these silver pieces on eBay and no one was buying them. So I thought, well, maybe I should just turn them in and get some scrap. And it was a good amount. It was a really good amount. So that if you're having slow eBay sales,
it's a secret,
and you collect scrap, gold and silver, you could turn that in.
You can?
You can. You can turn that into a jewelry store, place like that, and some places will buy your scrap.
Well, that's what they do, right?
Yeah. So it was my first time ever doing that, and I was saving a bunch of silver for a while.
Yeah, and that was pretty incredible.
It was like a week's worth of pay.
So when she buys all this stuff and goes through it, I'm like, well, what do you? You're like, oh, I found silver. Oh, I found gold. I'm like, okay, but what do you do with? I know you can take it in to get, to buy for scrap, to take a place to buy for scrap. But we've never done it before. I mean, so you had this little hoard.
But I would save stuff like that, knowing that it does have some value. Mm-hmm. And it was good.
You got all these holes in the backyard for her burying her pot of gold. She puts on this little green leprechaun
suit.
A
little leprechaun, yeah.
I go bury me gold now.
Me treasure.
Oh, here we go. Don't forget, eat Lucky Charms in the morning. No, but yeah.
And I don't find it's not something I find all the time, obviously, because There are these metal hounds, like the guys that look for the gold and silver coins. They will check anything that's metal or anything at the thrift store. So most of the time I don't find it. But when I do, I'm like, oh, that's cool. You know. So you always keep a lookout. Always keep a lookout for things.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, let's put it this way. Here's what you got to tell people: is that silver is at a very high scrap rate right now.
Yeah, and the prices have gone up on gold and silver.
So
lately.
it would be prudent to maybe look through those piles of knotted up jewelry at a thrift store or at someone's yard sale, because if you can find the marking, that lets you know what grade of silver or gold it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now's the time to get that stuff to a scrap, because you'll get a decent price for it.
If it's scrappable, like if you find a nice jewelry piece, obviously you want to sell it as that jewelry.
Did you say, I know you talked about, but did you say what you tried to do with it on eBay and then didn't move, and then did you tell that?
Yeah, well, I had some silver pieces I did put on eBay and they just didn't move.
You won't say what it is?
I don't want to get into specifics with that, because and I'm not going to say what store, but I did find some nice.
What planet?
On the planet Earth.
Okay,
I'll say
you
that.
can divulge that much, right?
Yes.
In this reality, right? Not in the multiverse, but this planet Earth, Earth 0, whatever this is.
Yes.
Okay. So someplace on this planet, she bought some kind of silver and scrapped it for some amount.
Well, which is nice, because eBay sales, even though they're steady, they're a little bit slower in the summertime. So when you have the busy, like fall and winter eBay sales, definitely it's good to save some monies aside, so when you have those slower months, you can get by and you're fine.
You could eat bologna instead of Spam.
But when your sales are slow, but then you also find something nice that you could scrap for some monies, that helps too. It's just another way to get income.
I went to a scrap yard one time, but nobody wanted to fight.
There's like so we know some ladies, and their YouTube channel is called Scrap It Up. And they scrap like aluminum and brass, and they go around junk picking looking for scrap metal, and they'll fill their.
When we watch.
Some people make a living doing that.
Yeah, but it's a tough living, because
it's tough though.
Well, now scrap metal prices are different. I know some of the metals I think went up, like copper went up or something like that.
It changes all the time.
Yeah, all like anything that fluctuates. But we've seen scrappers, them and some other people we watch, Taco Stacks and some other ones, and they're out all morning, several days in a row sometimes, getting, grabbing water heaters and bed frames, exercise bikes, all kinds of.
So you gotta lift all that heavy stuff?
From anything little to anything giant, like from everything from like, a bucket of bolts to, an elliptical machine, right? So they're ramming all that, and they go to the junkyard. And to me, it's like a lot of work for not a great amount of money, but, but another slant that they have is that they're recycling the stuff instead of it get taken to the dump.
Yes.
It gets to a recycle plant. So
it's very noble. Like, it's honest work if you are a scrapper. I don't diss scrappers or trash pickers at all. It's recycling, and they're making honest money doing it. Yeah. It's just a lot of hard work. But what's nice, there's a lot of scrappers where we are. So if we have something metal to throw out, we put it out, and within seconds they go and pick it up, and we know it'll get recycled.
We just cleaned out our garage, and we must have made some scrappers day, because we threw like bed frames out.
There was a lot of metal.
Tons of metal that I didn't want to throw in the garbage.
Someone could get a nice dinner with that money.
They had to have, because that was a big pile of stuff.
If it can help someone, I'm all for recycling.
Good morning, Moon over Miami.
All right, let's see.
I thought that was Denny's right now. It's move over not Miami, but Miami.
Godzillatron. That's a great name.
It is.
I know a guy that makes his living being a scrapper. It's a tough thing, man.
It is very tough.
Yes, it is tough, but it's honest work, and it's recycling. So more power to them. If they want to scrap, go for it. Scrap it up.
Yeah, Matthew Jobco said a lot of people don't want to take the time and energy to run a resale business, even if they have a load of collectibles. That blows our minds, because it's kind of easy to set up an eBay account. We're actually dealing with a friend of ours that wants to change platforms. And so,
that wants to learn selling.
Yeah. But we know several people that are coming at us with wanting to do stuff like that.
It's fun when people come up to us and they're like, oh, I want to get into selling online. I'm just like, yay, I want to talk about selling online.
So, yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, There was a guy who now I think the pandemic forced him into going online. The toy store guy that we know. But he had some amazing collectibles. And I think he was doing okay selling them out of the storefront that they had, the physical brick and mortar. But this stuff, if it was online, he would be probably out of inventory in a week. I mean, that's how good the stuff he has. Yeah. I'm exaggerating a bit, but not really.
There are some people that, for whatever reason, they're reluctant to put things online, but they could sell things better in some cases.
Yeah. And I know some people don't want to deal with the IRS and stuff like that.
But you have to...
Even if you sell it...
You have to play by the rules.
No problem with that.
You have to.
This living that we're
doing... Any questions like that, talk to a tax professional.
I know we've probably been over this before. If you're sick of hearing it, we're sorry, but we do have to look at each other every now and then and go, man, we're making a living on our own. We answer to ourselves. We do as good as we put out. Nobody's hawking over our shoulder except for tax time when we have to get our taxes turned in.
But it's something we have to do. It's
That's fine. But my point is that we're our own bosses. We get to choose what we're going to go probably hunting for treasures, which is a work, okay? But it's something we enjoy to do. Right after we do this podcast, we're probably going to go out and look for some stuff, right?
All right, so Matthew says, nowadays they get really strict on people having to have IDs and such to sell scrap because of some bad people stealing copper pipes and such from foreclosed or for sale houses people aren't living in.
It's nothing new.
That is true, and that is an issue. So I understand that they have to try to track that in case if there is someone, stealing and then they're going to turn in scrap.
It's like a pawn shop.
Yeah.
I wonder the cops must come to those scrap yards and say, did you get...
And if you're scrapping for a living, like on a big, I'm sure you'd have to claim what you make. So with any of that, though, we're not professionals. We say to go talk to a tax professional.
Right. And, I'm all about being legit, because you have everything to gain from being your own, when you do the resale thing. No matter what you do for self-employment, I also do freelance. I'm a freelance designer, illustrator designer, and I do that and I do the reselling. But again, it's all, I take jobs on as I want to, get them done when when deadlines occur. And the reselling is just a little more flexible way to make money. But it's a lot of fun too. We love just going out and looking for stuff that we know is going to sell, and we know we're going to make somebody happy out there. Basically, I know it sounds kind of corny, but it is kind of true. It is true.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It is.
It's loads of fun. And we get to spend a little time with it, then we get to sell it. It's kind of fun.
James says, Jan is Sherry Otari from the SNL Regis and Kathy Lee.
Sherry O'Terry.
O'Terry? Otari? O'Terry.
O'Terry. Let's call the whole thing off.
Hello there, Tony. Good morning.
Beller?
Yes, Tony Beller.
Stellar Tony Beller is in the house.
Tony says he just sells at his flea market booth.
Tony kicks ass, by the way.
And some people do.
Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, some people have an antique booth or flea market booth, and they'd rather sell in person or a brick and mortar store. Whatever works for you.
John Biggins, what's the right name? Flea market, rummage sale, white elephant, bazaar, swap meet. They all sound good to me.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, there we go. I would say flea market. Oh, what do they call it in the UK? A car boot sale. Car boot. That's an interesting one.
Car boot.
A car boot sale.
Go in the car boot.
When they have a flea market outside.
Just sell it at the car boot.
I think there's another... Don't they call it something else, like a booth sale?
Maybe.
Like when you're in a building and you have the different booths?
Where we're at here?
No, UK. I think they have two different names for flea markets.
Booth sale.
Car boot sale and something else.
And car boot.
Any UK viewers, please correct me on this. I could be wrong.
And I apologize for my attempt at the UK, at an English accent. A British accent.
Yeah, you can make fun of our American accents.
I'm not making fun. I'm trying to...
I mean tease.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean.
There's no making fun here.
We're just having fun.
I love all things British. I watch a lot of British TV shows, and you know that.
And you worked in England
for a month. That was
a month when you were younger.
Many, many, many moons ago. I got to spend some time in the UK. It was great. I'd love to go back now that I drink beer. Yeah, but I didn't drink back then.
I'd love to visit more of Europe in the UK.
I did not drink back then.
I'd love to.
Or smoke. I did nothing.
I want to visit all different places. All right. Michael says, I'm a freelance. God, it pays very little, though.
It look, no offense. Yeah, I mean,
depends on what you're doing, I suppose, and what the project is.
But
there's a lot of different factors there.
Yeah, but he's right. I mean, when you think about it, I mean, when you're creating artwork for a company that's going to use it and make millions of dollars off of the whole, piece, as far as your art, editor, whatever they put in. I know they put a lot of money into making a product or something, but and you're just a piece of that. But man, you think about it. I mean, and most artists and stuff, they just pay for the service, and then it's theirs in perpetuity. They get to keep it forever, and all you're doing, and that's fine. As long as I can, buy sandwiches one day for us or whatever. That's what it really is.
Well, as long as we have food to eat and a roof over our head, and
and I'm good with that.
We can,
But yeah, I mean, I wish I got paid more sometimes.
Have some fun, then we're good.
But I'm not complaining. Like I said, I've got some decent contacts over the years that I've been in. I would have been able to do this like 15 years ago. I'm 52, so
I wish I did this. I wish I did eBay full time a lot sooner.
Yeah,
we
talked about this before.
We did,
if you could go back and do it all over again.
I worked in retail. I was a retail manager for 10 years, and then for a few years I worked in customer service in some automotive places.
And I sold
like car dealerships.
I sold stuff on eBay on and off since the early 2000s, but I never thought to do it full time.
Yeah, I would sell part-time here and there. Like I would sell some stuff to like have money to go to a convention to go and buy more stuff I didn't need.
Some quick FU money.
Yeah, just to have something like that. Or if I was taking a little road trip, I would sell something and then set that money aside to pay for the little road trip.
Yeah, now I have my OnlyFans, and that's how I make my FU money now.
Now they're paying you to keep your
clothes. Boy, I got to make some more content after we do this. Oh, God. So if you're on my OnlyFans out there, don't worry, there's more stuff coming.
Oh no, don't do that. No. Don't do that.
Everyone throws up. I probably have not a fan. That's what.
Tony says most people think it's called a free market. So,
yes.
Yeah, some people will nickel and dime,
yes.
And they want everything for free.
Well, Tony has had he's a pro, and I like when on his Facebook he'll post his conquests, as it were, the stuff he finds is and he finds some really cool stuff. The best thing he found, I think, and it may not be his best thing, but one of the things I thought was really cool was there were those little Castro and Gorbachev.
Oh, those weird bobbleheads. Yeah.
Man, he made a mint on those. He got them for like a few bucks a piece. They were selling for hundreds a piece.
We had someone say they were from Canada and...
Oh, Canada.
And that they just call them yard sales. Garage sales. It's the same as,
My favorite.
It's the same there as it is here.
My favorite, and I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm not hurting. I'm trying to hurt anyone's feelings. But I like when people do have yard sales, and sometimes the signs are spelled yard S-E-L-L.
Yard sells.
Like the way you'd say it, I'm going to the yard sell.
S-E-L-L. S. Yard sells.
I think you're closer if you spell it S-A-I-L.
I've heard people pronounce that.
I hear that. I know where it comes from.
It's yard sales, but people will sometimes say yard sell. I'm going to the yard sell.
Someone sent us a bunch of photographs of ways it was spelled I would never even imagine. Interpretations of the word yard sale that don't even make any sense, but okay. I love it. I love the variety of...
It's so funny.
...of interpretation out there in this kind.
Yeah, when you see a sign written wasn't there one sale we went to a few years ago? I'm trying to remember. It was they were calling it an estate sale, but then underneath it said she divorced me.
Oh, it was the best.
It was my wife divorced me sale, and he was selling half of his stuff.
He said I think it said she cheated on me. She's out of here now. I'm so. It
was so funny.
It was a little bit of TMI in the sign.
Yeah, you could tell the guy was pissed.
Multiple handwritten signs.
Funny.
Yeah, it was great.
And it sucks for him, but just reading it gave us a good laugh.
Are we down lag? Oh, here. Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, you have to scroll all the way down for it.
Yeah, but I can't. I don't like this. Okay.
There we go. Okay, so we should probably wrap up the selling part of it and get into the Mummy and Monkey talk.
Oh, John Biggins said something fun. He said his son dragged riverbeds looking for scrap metal. You'd be amazed at the stuff he found. I wouldn't be amazed. I would love to know what it is though.
That's
Wife
funny.
is buried in the backyard sale.
Oh, jeez.
God.
Oh, my goodness.
It could be.
All right. So what's the movie for this Friday, James?
You know what? Why you put me on the spot? I have no idea what
we haven't picked out a movie yet for Friday.
No, I don't know yet, but you will know. You'll be the first one to know out there when we do. You'll be.
As soon as we pick a movie, we're going to share it on social media. We're thinking of playing maybe one that we haven't played in a while. One with sound effects, something goofy.
But someone feels bad for Gorbachev and Castro. They didn't get any royalties.
Oh, jeez.
I don't feel too bad.
I don't think you need to feel bad for those guys.
Those guys did what they wanted to do.
Anyway.
Especially Castro.
Tony says Screaming Skull.
Oh, is that a request?
I think that's a request, but I don't think we've ever... Did we put sound effects in that one?
I don't think we did, because it was supposed to be such a good... I don't know.
Let's double check, because I think there was one version where you did put sound effects in it.
It's funny, because Tony, I think he thinks we never showed it, but we did show it.
We actually did show that one a couple times. And one of our episodes, it's on DVD.
Yeah, that's right. It is
and then,
one of our Mummy the Monkey shows.
That might be the one we're playing either tonight or tomorrow night. I was going through our YouTube archives, and we had some videos that weren't made public. And I think one of them was the Ghoulardi Fest episode. So that might be playing on YouTube this week at 8 p.m. So just look for the notifications. If you guys haven't done so already, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and click the little bell next to subscribe, because we have some videos scheduled to be released this week.
Tony said season 1, episode 4 from Ghoulardi Fest.
I
think he thinks that's a different show than the Mummy.
No, that's just replaying an old episode.
But we did Harry. Didn't we show it on Hairy Scary?
I thought we did.
I had to go back and check.
So we'll have to pick up one that isn't Screaming Skull.
Hello, Sinead. How are you?
Hello.
Out there.
So yeah, we already played Screaming Skull.
House on Haunted Hill we have.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah, maybe that one, little Vincent Price could be nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Yeah, maybe that. Maybe House on Haunted. I think I put sound effects on that.
Maybe.
I wish, if we want to go back to England, how about Gorgo? I wish we could show Gorgo.
Gorgo we can't show.
I know.
I wish we could.
Equinox, I wish we could show that.
We can't show that.
Such a good movie.
Unless if the studio gave us permission, or if we paid royalties.
What else? Sorry for the dad bod going on here. I'm not even a dad. How do I get a dad bod? Doesn't make any sense.
You're dad to cats.
That's true. I got a cat dad bod. That's a t-shirt.
Cat dad bod. Yeah. There's a t-shirt for you.
Yeah, shh, don't tell her. No, that's it.
Sinead
says Hill Ghoulardi House on. She's voting for House on Haunted Hill.
Oh.
With the Ghoulardi tie-in.
Well, we're already playing it this week on YouTube.
What?
Should we?
House on Haunted Hill?
Or not House on Haunted Hill. I'm sorry, Screaming Skull. But we could play House on Haunted Hill, right? I was getting the two mixed up.
Day of the Triffids, I wish.
No, I can't
play that one. Which I thought was Triffids, but no.
I don't think we could play that one. I'd have to double check, Tom. That is an interesting
Get your earplugs. James Muscarella's in the house. Hi, Janet and James. I made it this morning. Queen of Outer Space. That one we have to look into. We might be able to show that one. But do your thing later on today.
Queen of Outer Space?
Yeah. Isn't that that's not Devil Girl from... Maybe it means Devil... Queen of... I don't know what that one is. Do you mean Queen of Blood or Devil Girl from Outer Space?
Queen of Blood we've already played a couple times.
The Blob. Oh, Tom, I wish we could show the Blob.
Can't show the Blob.
Two up there as far as...
Yeah, can't do that.
We couldn't even sneak that in. We get in trouble.
Okay, so Mummy and the Monkey plans.
Yes.
So we were talking with some haunted house people, and we might be doing some shoots this summer, some photo shoots and some film shoots, because we have plans to release some new Mummy and the Monkey DVDs.
Ooh.
Something new for this fall.
Yes, for Halloween.
Yes.
Wink, wink.
And if we could get stuff filmed in July and August, then we would have time to edit it and time to get them made on DVD. Mm-hmm. So they could be released in October.
Yeah, big plans.
How
but
cool would that be? So yeah, it's just trying to coordinate everything on top of everything else.
The Skeleton of Cadavra is a movie that's made to look like an old movie. It wasn't one of that one guy. What's his that makes the old movies?
I don't know.
It's not a Mim movie.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, yeah, that's a pretty funny movie. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but
I've never seen it.
Space Nurses from Hell. I'm in.
I don't know on any of those.
Oh, Teenagers from Outer Space. That's a personal favorite of mine.
We've played that one before. It's really crappy.
It's not. It's pretty funny.
We'll have to see when we first aired that.
What the hell is Queen of Mars?
When we host the movies on the Hairy Scary Hangout, we like to wait a little while before repeating movies, because we don't want to repeat like the same movie, you know, over and over again. We want to give it some time before we would replay it.
Michael Workman is just making these. I mean, I love these titles. Teenage Space Nurses in Skeleton Hell.
Is that even a real movie?
It is now.
Or are they just saying stuff?
In my head.
I'd have to look that up.
No, that's all. He's just Beast from the Haunted Sea. That's another. That one we can't. I think we have shown, right? We showed from. Yeah, I think we showed Haunted Sea.
So you find stuff in public domain, like archive.org. Yes, Matthew. Yeah, we look for movies that are in the public domain, or we find independent films where the filmmaker gives us permission, or the studio gives us permission.
Right, and
we are talking with a studio right now, but
they're not talking back.
we're just, it's just talks. We don't know for sure.
The Giant Claw, Tony says, boy, I wish. That's such a good one. That's another one that's got some, you know, legalities to it.
Yeah.
I mean, anyone could say these movies, some of these movies are in public domain, but they're really not technically.
Yeah, well, I try to do my due diligence with researching the movies. There are some that you can play them. They're on YouTube and stuff, and they seem relatively safe. But some, are owned by people, and then you might get a copyright ding or get your channel taken down. And that's stuff we're trying to avoid.
Like the Noid.
Avoid the noise.
Like when you order pizza, don't you avoid the Noid?
Yeah, there you go. Why am I bumping into you like this?
We're a couple of Noids avoiding the Noids.
Okay,
James Muscarello says, The Raven with Vincent Price, Boris Karloff, and Peter Lorre, also with Jack Nicholson. Yes, that would be nice. I can't do with that one either.
Yeah. I mean, you can spout off all kinds of movie names, but that doesn't mean I can play them.
But you never know. They might find something might pop up.
But we appreciate the enthusiasm. There's a lot of good movies you guys are listing. We just can't play half of them.
Clyde Lewis from Ground Zero made a post that there is supposed to be another Toxic Avenger coming out.
Another one? Yeah, there is. There's a Hollywood Toxic Avenger movie coming out.
Clyde Lewis was the voice of Toxic Avenger? I didn't know that. I haven't heard him on WTAM, the local. He used to be on before Coast to Coast AM. Super big conspiracy theorist guy.
Yeah, he's There's some wacky shows on there. I'll just say
his is pretty wacky.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
And you listen to him, if you have half a brain, you know it's all showmanship stuff, and that's the thing. If you believe everything you hear on radio.
Anyway, let's not get into that.
Show a silent film and put your own subtitles. That is going to happen at some point, Tony.
We've considered that.
Yes, maybe for a couple of movies that are pretty big. There are silent movies out there.
We've considered that. Yeah.
What are the copyright charges? It's not
it depends on the studio and the movie, and
we're not
going to get into that. So,
it's a very technical thing.
We do things we try to avoid things like that, so we don't know.
I think he wonders. Is a question: how much would it cost for us to show a movie?
Like how much it would cost to play a movie? Depends on the studio.
Probably a lot.
The movie packs,
probably
film
thousands and thousands. Maybe I would think so. I mean, budgets that usually places that have budgets that can handle that. Have. Budgets we ain't got. And even if we did, why how'd you get your money back? All
right, so MummyMonkey plans. We have 2 appearances lined up this fall also. And we talked about it a little bit before, but let's refresh just in case if there's new listeners. We will be attending Cinema Wasteland. October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, 2021.
And would you by any chance be having something new you're going to wear there or that you wanted to show?
Oh, thanks for bringing it up.
No problem, Janet.
I'm actually working on a new vest. So
tiny that thing is.
The Cinema Wasteland people.
Such a little thing, you cutie pie.
Barf. There's a lot of Cinema Wasteland people that like to punk up their vests or jackets. They'll wear patches and pins and
some funk it up like me.
Yeah. But you know how Grimm has his cool jacket? I'm working on a little vest.
Sweet.
So there's our patch, and so we go, even when we're not dressed up in character, we can represent the show.
Look at that, she put this. She's customized. She put a little.
Yeah,
Where was this from?
That's this leftover leopard print.
Oh, okay, just that.
Just leftover leopard print, and I just started this yesterday, so I want to add a lot more to it. But I thought that'd be fun to make my own little Cinema Wasteland little punk rock vest.
Awesome.
And yeah, I might put spikes up here too.
You used the Cinema Wasteland green thread.
Yeah.
Like on everything.
Vintage green thread.
Very cool.
There's an onk there.
Onk, onk.
Onk, onk, onk.
Makes you an onky. An onky.
So that'll be cool. And I'll even make a little special pocket to put like our flyers and cards in.
Oh.
No, not for that. I don't.
Oh, I gotta tell you a story about that
thing.
whenever
yeah.
we're done with this. But.
Okay, so what's your story?
Oh, no, when we're off the air.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, then save that for.
Yeah, something about something that happened to us that happened to someone else. It's like, oh, well.
Okay.
Maybe we should. Okay.
So yeah, the new DVDs. We're hoping to get that all wrapped up for this fall. Oh, the second appearance, Akron Comic Con.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think I have to double check. I think it's November 6th or 5th, 6th, and 7th. It's like the first or second week in November.
I think Matthew Dropko should have worked for Mad Magazine because he's coming up with. So I mean, they're not around anymore. But I love this movie. I'd love to see this movie, and this is where we're getting into with Harrison Ford being like 100 years old. Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark card.
Oh, jeez.
Dun, 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 dun. He'll break his hip trying to bend over. That is funny, buddy.
Why don't you just make your own short film sometime, says Grandpappy.
Sure.
We want to. Honestly, we would love to make a bunch of Mummy Monkey films.
That would be nice.
A feature movie, some short films with all the different characters. Yeah. That's something we've been talking about for sure. Mm-hmm. And a comic book still. Yep. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Time.
And
pay bills.
Yes, it's hard to find the time.
Anyway.
And we got to.
But I have an idea for that too. You know that to make it worth it.
Yeah.
It involves me in a street corner, but that's my business.
Hey, no, don't say that. Jeez.
Gonna earn it the hard way. 25 cents a pop. Anyway.
All right. So. We did notice. So last weekend we played the movie Carnival of Souls for the Hairy Scary Hangout.
Bless you.
Excuse me, allergies.
Gesundheit.
Thank you. And we were talking about Candace Hilligoss, the actress who played Mary in Carnival of Souls. She's 85 years young. She's still around. She's on the latest episode of Creature Features.
We highly recommend the show Creature Features, which you can watch on YouTube. They actually, like a week, or was it like a week after their last episode? How long does it take from? Not even that long, really.
I think they're on television. They're on Coffee TV in San Francisco Friday nights.
Coffee.
And then their episode plays on YouTube the following night.
Yeah.
I want to say Saturdays around 8, but you can always catch the replay later.
Yeah.
They have a lot of great shows on YouTube.
Oh my gosh, so much
They're
fun.
very nice folks. We love Creature Features.
They were nice enough to do a shout out they sent us a little message, a videotape message for our 100th episode.
They did.
So that was, thank you again.
So maybe we should put together something to send for their show.
Yeah. A Grimm Gorri production. Oh boy. Can you imagine that? The Mummy and the Monkey, the ride. Okay, yeah.
But from the picture, she still looks...
I like that idea.
From the picture, she still looks awesome.
Miss Hilligoss?
Miss Hilligoss, yeah. And she's going to be on Creature Features. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the interview that Vincent Van Dahl, has with her.
Yes, Vincent Van Dahl.
Yeah.
James Muscarella yells, YouTube is showing another Indiana Jones movie. It is being filmed. I think they're going to do kind of a younger Indiana type of flashbacky movie, if I'm not mistaken. They might have Harrison Ford in there, just like on his deathbed or something, talking about, maybe I don't know.
We don't know. Let's not assume anything. We'll just have to look it up sometime. John says horror at the flea market.
We had an idea years and years ago for one of our other episodes, our original iteration of the Mummy and the Monkey show.
Yes.
To do an episode where we did go to a flea market, and so we came across something that put a hex on us, and we had to spend the rest of the episode figuring out how to get the hex off of us by going to other flea markets and doing a what do you call that? Like a scavenger hunt to collect certain things to break the curse.
Collect all of the whatever pieces to break the
which we still could probably do. I mean, I'm thinking that could be, if we do that Halloween idea we had, that could be one of the things, is that because it's short enough of an idea. It doesn't have to be a 2-hour movie or hour and a half movie. But that idea, if it was short enough,
make a handful of shorts and
make it like a vignette, like a creep show type of movie where it's multiple stories, and maybe they all lead into each other, like Trick or Treat.
Maybe.
They all tie together.
Yeah, we're still
thinking. The wheels are spinning.
The gears are turning here, and yeah, we definitely want to do more video projects. We're happy things are getting better with this whole pandemic stuff, and we're wanting to get out again.
Yeah, nobody wanted to be locked down for a year. No matter what side you're on. Who wanted that?
No one ever wanted to do that.
It's so much nicer to go out and do things. We all know
it's not a political thing. It's about public health.
Yeah, it's about getting out of it so we can do it again.
Yes, and watching out for your friends and neighbors.
We're there.
And taking care of each other.
Chris Pine is Indiana Jones. Really, that guy? Why Chris Pine? No offense, Chris Pine. That's the guy that played Captain Kirk.
I guess I'll have to look up this whole Indiana Jones thing.
He's got blue eyes. I mean, did Harrison Ford have blue eyes?
This is all
I don't
news
know.
to me. So yeah, I'll have to look it up so I know what everyone's talking
now,
about.
I thought River Phoenix as the young Indiana Jones in the second movie they did, or the third? It was the second movie, where they showed Indy as a flashback as a young kid. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think it's Chris Pine. Because it doesn't make sense. I mean, visually, I don't think Chris Pine would eventually look like. I mean, not that really matters because I know they're just playing characters. Who cares what they look like?
Like I said, we'd have to look it up to know what's going on there. There's a lot of people, I guess, talking about it.
But it's a Hollywood thing. But I love it when Hollywood or when a movie, I don't care who makes it, but when they cast like a younger version of the person or even an older version. It's almost like, you can really see it. They really take the trouble to find someone that could look like this person if they had aged or vice versa. And not, he's blonde when he's 10, but then he's, raven haired and, blonde hair and blue eyed at 10. And then he has raven hair and brown eyes when he's like, what are you doing? I mean.
Yeah. But we'll probably wrap this up in a little bit.
Oh, that's right. Chris Pratt, the Star-Lord's supposed to play him.
Oh.
Is he going to be goofy Indiana Jones?
I don't know.
I like Chris Pratt. I love him as Star-Lord. I love those Guardians movies. Why not Ryan Reynolds as Indiana Jones?
I thought we were talking about MummyMonkey.
I don't know, because this is what we can talk about on the
Hangover. This is getting too off topic here.
That's okay. MummyAndMonkey.
We have to steer things back to the podcast. That's what this is really supposed to be.
Sorry, boss.
I'm just trying to get us to stay focused here.
Sorry, ma'am. So you said skits, right? We were talking about filming some skits.
Yes, we need to film new skits for Facebook, for our shows, and for
the
Big Bad B Movie Show for local television.
Yeah.
We send them skits anytime they have a new episode. We send them a little skit that airs on WUAB Channel 43, and Leopold and Lenora host the show.
We named the dog Indiana. Sorry.
Okay.
Somebody said that. It was the Sean Connery line.
Okay.
Anyway.
Are you good now?
No. I got full of coffee. Grimm Gorri and Parmesan. Okay, they're just going off on it.
Okay, so it's podcast.
The Adventures of Earl.
Podcast.
Yeah, that'll get you talking about something else. That's a movie idea we could do.
Oh, did you guys know we have a coupon code for our Teespring store?
We do?
We do. We have a coupon code.
What is that coupon
code? Is Junebug.
Oh, wait a minute.
Junebug, all in capital letters.
You threw that letter, that one of the, it was in a
No,
folder.
I think it needs reset or something.
It was in a folder that we
It's okay.
trashed.
But in the video description, there is a link to our Teespring store. And if you find something cool on there that you want to buy, you can get 15% off your order using the coupon code Junebug.
Hallelujah!
Woohoo! And then we also have links to the eBay store in the description down below.
That's right. Check out all the stuff we have for sale on our Teespring. We'll be uploading some more designs. I think I'm going to throw together a Sax Daniels shirt, like the bottle from last week's episode. There was a big bottle of John Saxon, Sax Daniels.
That would be funny on a shirt.
It would be perfect.
Or on a little drink koozie.
Whatever they want. I mean, we could slap it on anything on Teespring. Like, people could pick what they want. Oh boy, they're just all going off there. So skits and parodies of some famous movies. Since it's a parody, can you do those? Yeah, of course.
Parody's always okay.
Yeah, I mean,
you could do parodies of things.
We got some ideas for some parody stuff. Sure.
Yeah. As far as I know, it's okay.
Yeah, parodies protected against.
A lot of people make parodies. of
Oh,
friends.
you got a thanks for the coupon code from Sinead.
Oh, you're welcome, Sinead. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for following us on here. Remember to hit like if you like the video. If you dislike the video, that's okay. Hit dislike. It still counts as channel activity. We do appreciate you regardless. And I think we're going to wrap it up for now.
You've got good treasures to find.
We have treasures to find. I have like stuff to donate. I've got some things to pack up. So we got to get going with the day.
That's right. So let's go with the day. Thanks for joining us here on Living the Scream. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Good night, good fright. Mwah. Bye-bye.
Boom. Boom.